Let me bring in Andy Mashaile, who is a security expert as well as a former Interpol ambassador, who's joining us this evening. A very good evening to you, and thank you so much for your time. So when you look at Mary de Haas, I'd like us to start there because we've just come out from the Ad Hoc Committee. It seems that there's a lot of withdrawals when it comes to the statements that she's been making. At the same time, even earlier on, she was talking about the fact that she then had viewed the PKTT as grossly irregular, but she couldn't provide any legal basis to suggest this.
Bongi, that is why it is important to separate between emotions and facts. When you conduct a research on a certain subject, on a certain organization, it's good to apply hearsay in establishing facts. And Ukoko failed to put up facts there. She came with a whole lot of emotion, hoping to make the members of the Ad Hoc Committee cry because of the experiences that she was drawing about the PKTT. The withdrawal suggests to both you and I that she was really not certain, not sure, meaning she was not confident, meaning the facts that she wanted to put before the Ad Hoc Committee were not necessarily facts, because the interrogation of those police officers or sources that she wanted to protect did not have the necessary integrity.
So I want us to listen to her very quickly, this particular part, in fact, and then we'll continue with the conversation in just a moment.
You are saying here the PKTT is grossly irregular. What do you mean? And based on which law are you saying it's grossly irregular?
Okay. It doesn't have any permanent senior leadership in detective service.
So that is your reason?
I have a list of people who...
No. Please, because I'm running out of time. Doc, please. In terms of which law? Do you have any law which supports your argument that it is grossly irregular? In terms of which law? If there's no law, it's okay. Say, I can't cite any law. I will leave it there. I won't pursue it further.
There's no law that talks about
Okay, no, thank you very much.
There is procedures
I think I've run out of time. Thank you very much.
How damaging is that?
Very, very damaging, Bongi. I hate to say, looking up on you, Bongi, as a professor, as a person who understands these processes, the margins of error and probabilities, these are important things to look at. I mean, for the fact that the task team comes from a unit, it is a team that is set up for a specific task. After that task has been accomplished or completed, that task team dissolves. The members, the bodies on that task team will go back to their respective stations. In the language that we use, we say it's a congregation of bodies, a congregation of resources for a galvanization of the achievement of a certain objective. From there, they all go back. So it cannot have a permanent leader in the detective services, because it is simply a task team. It is not a unit. It comes from the detectives unit.
So from one probe
meaning she does not meaning she does not understand the structure itself that she's complaining about. What structures are in the organogram and what are just teams that would achieve a certain goal and then go back to their respective units, those members.
So from one probe to another, you've listened to the man, Brown Mogotsi. He claims he's an agent for crime intelligence, yet part of his testimony are confusing in this particular regard. Who is he, in your view?
Mr. Brown tells us that he's a contact agent. Let's begin by defining and sharing with you what a contact agent is. A contact agent would be a fully functional police member who resigns on paper, Bongi, to go undercover for once again a mission or an operation or an investigation or anything that would go in line with investigating a certain crime. He would have resigned on paper. We would be told that he's resigned, but he would go and conduct those covert undercover operations. After the successful accomplishment of the mission, that person who was a resigned member of the police would resurface again as a functional member of the South African policing services. Now, we don't know if Mr. Mogotsi worked for SAPS, because in the long run of his story, he indicated that he was a civilian. There's a line where he referred to himself as a civilian, meaning he is not a member, as the employees of SAPS are referred to. They are referred to as members. So he's not a member of the SAPS. He is a civilian who got so deeply embedded in investigations that, according to him, he could not explain even to Justice Madlanga when cornered for some specific responses.
All right, so Mr. Mashaile, thank you so much for that. We'll leave it there, and of course we'll continue then with our conversation throughout the number of days that still lie ahead for this particular testimony. Appreciate your time, security expert and former Interpol ambassador, Andy Mashaile.